Okay, it looked like we're working now. Okay, what I'm doing is making a video. Again, I got sound back. They had turned off the the device for the sound. I'm making a video about the angina that I'm feeling. Angina is heart pain that I feel when I'm sitting in this particular spot in front of the computer, because I'm exposing. Today I exposed the retextured areas in the ceiling that I found, and that's a problem for them, and so they retaliate with sending frequencies over to hurt me. Now, how do I know that it's retaliation? Because number one, remember I said I discovered the retextured ceiling spots today. Also, I discovered over by the mattress on this bed over here by the window where the box spring had been breached. It's evidenced by the lining that covers the bottom of the box spring has been torn out of place. It's actually out of place. It was tacked. No one sleeps in this bed, okay? So it's never touched. I'd sit here and I use the computer, okay, and it's intact. I also found that this box spring on the corners had metal flaps as protective shields, so that the frame of the mattress, the frame of the bed, does not over time damage the box spring. Also, so that metal flap had been torn off and was hanging as well. And then I also found this thing here underneath the floor of the mattress. It looked like it's a part of a fastener snap. Belongs to some type of a fastener. I'm not sure what type of a fastener, but that's what it looks like. And it was sitting there underneath the floor of the mattress, as well as new branding burn marks over on the corner of the mattress floor, on the floor that's over by the corner. Okay, so I'm exposing all of this stuff. So what they do in retaliation is to send frequencies that are affecting the electrical activity of my heart. How do I know that? Because when I move all the way back to the other end of the room, the discomfort immediately, instantly stops. Okay, I can move to that corner, I can move to that corner or that corner. In other words, that side of the room is not affected by these frequencies. Those frequencies are being directed right here. Now, when I come back to this spot, the angina starts up all over again. Okay, so it's frequency. Is it connected to the holes that they created and tried to retexturize and make them look as though there's nothing there? Could be that. Could have been coming through. I have an electrical plug over there, and I also had I have a space heater over there, and I had it on. So it could be coming through the frequency emitting from space heater, because it's just frequency. It's easy. They emit, that's what electricity is. It emits frequency. Then it could be also coming from, which I found, were new Microsoft and Adobe Flash updates on my computer. Okay? Again, they send frequencies, and that's known. I've been talking about that for years, about the frequencies and the directed energy that comes in through those updates. And so I just simply uninstall them, and then I go into the device manager and I uninstall some devices, and that takes care of that. So all of those things play a part in how those frequencies are coming in, because it's specific to this location. I'm sitting here in front of my computer. It could be coming from the computer. Got my space heater in. Energy is being directed to me. It could be coming from that. And then look at my eyes. You see? They're not symmetrical. So definitely it's showing that I am very receptive right now to frequencies, because you can look at the asymmetry of my eyes. So this is what's going on. I just want to make a note of that. I have no fear about any of this crap. You know, if I have a heart attack, if I die, if I transition, I don't have a problem with any of it. These people do not scare me. And I am not going to stop exposing them. But for record, if anything does happen to me, then you know why. It's that simple. Thank you for listening. Also, on my Twitter page, I've posted pictures of, and you can't really tell by those pictures because the areas are so small, you have to kind of look at the entire ceiling to see that's a different texture than the rest of the ceiling. It is extremely, extremely obvious. Extremely obvious. And if you look at the picture right behind me on my right side, that papyrus picture, it keeps moving. The picture, the papyrus itself, now it keeps sliding down, only for this one picture inside the frame. You know, every once in a while I'll open the frame and reposition, then it'll slide right back down. That's because of the vibrations that are created when they send in those frequencies, because the table here, that table vibrates. I've got pictures of that. I think I have video on my YouTube channel of that, of how that table vibrates. I got a bookshelf vibrating there. I have a dresser over here. It all vibrates, and those things vibrate because what they do is they send in these frequencies. Those are not to weaponize against me. Those are to initiate other, to attach to other APs access points, such as cameras. And I found on that table what they were using that frequency for. I had a camera, not a camera, but I had a computer on that table, and on that, and they were initiating the camera's computer. They had installed a side camera, and that's another thing that people do not quite know. I know, and I'm not sure if other targeted individuals, but on the side of your cameras, you got a whole bunch of openings. You know, ports. You have ports. And in those ports, they stick cameras, and or they can stick anything inside those ports. In my case, there was a camera, and those cameras are activated remotely, and so they would send a signal to that table. And then I also want to show you this thing right here. This is an AP. It looks like a staple. Okay, how do I know? Okay, I found this. Okay, I know that let me back up. I know that the mattress had been tampered with. That was very obvious. And then, like I said, I found this piece of fastener, part of a fastener, end of some kind of adapter or fastener, on the floor. They obviously wanted me to see it, as well as the new burn marks on the floor with this stapled into the floor. Okay, I know my floor real well. That's why I took the carpet up, so I can know what's going on with this floor. Okay, and this metal here, let me explain it. It's real simple. You say, well, how would they use that? It's like an antenna. They use this as an antenna to direct whatever frequency they want to the area. Come on, let's think, let's think, let's think. It's not that hard. This is not rocket science. Not rocket science. Everything on the planet has its own special frequency. Metal has a frequency. We know that because they use metal in communication. Okay, aluminum, copper, this, that, and the other. Okay, it tolerates certain frequencies. It helps propagate certain frequencies, right? We know that. So we know they are APs, access points, because frequencies travel along them. Okay, in today's science, you don't have to have long, I guess you say, wires. You can have isolated access point, such as a cell phone is an isolated access point. Our cell phones are not connected to wires, but they know the frequency that the phone emits. And so, through all the little technology in the phone, all of that adds up to a specific frequency. Just like with radios. And so other frequencies can attach and communicate, introduce payloads, or just extract payloads. The same way with this little thing. This little thing has its own special frequency. Okay? They can fine tune it. It's an antenna, pretty much. You know, like perfect. Here's a perfect example. How does a nail scanner find a nail in a wall without seeing through the wall? How does a say for instance a bug detector find the bug inside of a wall? How does a metal detector find metal in sand or in grass? Or how does a sprinkler head detector find a buried sprinkler head? The same principle. This is what I'm saying, that is being used on these little metal pieces. And I can feel, just they don't like what I'm saying, so I can feel the angina right now. They're hitting me. They're upset that I'm exposing, helping people understand what in the world is going on. And so they use this piece, they plant this piece near the AP to help direct the signal to the area, so that the AP that they really want to pick up the signal can do it, because this helps direct the signal to the area. And that's what these little staple looking things are for. You know, it's like say for in pharmacy, we would call this the ante room. You go in here, you set yourself up before you go into the real room. Okay, where you gonna do the work. This is the ante. So I just kind of want to put that out there and let you know that if anything happens, if I have any cardiac issues, it's because of gang stalking. I'm a targeted individual, and they're gang stalking me. And when I expose things, they retaliate. If it's important enough, they don't retaliate every time I expose, because some things they don't care about me exposing. But if it is significant and it touches their nerve, they retaliate. Such as me exposing the retexturing of my ceiling, because that alerts other people to start looking at their ceilings. Okay. It is what it is. I'm okay. I'm feeling all right now. I'm not having any problem. I'm feeling okay. My discomfort has resolved. And remember, when like I said, when I moved to other parts of the room, instantly. Did you hear that bump? Did you hear it? I'm hoping that this speaker picked it up. That instantly I have issues. Drone is flying over. Can you hear it? Drone bump, drone bump, drone. That's how it works. Drone, house walls, floors start popping. Okay, that's how that's going. I just wanted to put this information out, and like I said, I don't have any fear of these idiots, none whatsoever. You know, they failed with me big time. You know, because I know the truth. I will find out the truth if I don't know it. But one of the truths is that this is important. A lot of us don't think about this, and I understand you like being on planet Earth, but everybody on Earth dies. Okay? Earth is nothing but one big hospice with people waiting to die. But you shouldn't fear death because you go on from here. What you should be doing is learning how not to have to come back to this place. That's the thing to learn, the art of dying, so that you can stop fearing it. May sound crazy. So be it. It may sound crazy, but guess what? The most precious truths are things that sound significantly different from what you're used to hearing. And that's the truth, which may make them sound crazy. Okay, so I'm done here. Thank you.